If you need any Ultimate Team coins, head over to footcoinking.com. There's a link in the description, and if you use my discount code CHES, CHES, as you can see on screen, you'll get yourself an extra 5% off. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again with another episode of the Dortmund Career Mode here in Xbox One. We're into episode number 12, and after two massively important games yesterday, we start this one with probably an equally important game at home against Manchester United in the Champions League. As you'll be able to see in just a second, we are desperate for 3 points. When the league table pops up, we need a win. We've got 2 games remaining, this one, and then a game against Napoli, away from home I believe as well actually, the game against Napoli. So we've really got our backs up against the wall. We need 3 points here against United if we possibly can to keep our Champions League dream alive. Now, we were able to just about scrape a draw against Real Sociedad in the last Champions League game with a stunning 2-goal comeback thanks to Adrian Ramos. And in the first game against Manchester United, we were able to turn that one around as well from a 1-0 deficit to a 2-1 win, in fact, away at Old Trafford. And that was very, very important in getting us where we are in the group right now, because we lost our opening 2 games. It didn't look promising for our Champions League hopes, but through hard work and determination, we've got ourselves a chance. And if we can get a win here, then we'll be well on our way. And we get off to a fantastic start. A great ball across by Derm. And then Jojic finds himself in between 2 defenders. You see the run in the middle in the box. He just squeezes between the 2 defenders, gets there first with a cheeky, long, curly toe, pokes us 1-0 in front, and we'll try and build on that if we possibly can, because of course we know Man United can hurt us. They did score in the earlier game in the group stage. We almost got on the end of that one. Again, it's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang ending up in the net without the ball. We did that yesterday as well, unfortunately. He seems to find himself in the net more often than he's putting the ball in the net at the minute, but we'll keep persevering with him. And he has a good shot here, and it's only a world-class save from David De Gea up to his top right-hand corner that stops us from making it 2-0 in the early stages of the second half. We scored early on in the first. Can we score early on in the second? 10 minutes it took in the first, 10 minutes it takes in the second. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang kind of almost to give me the cheeky finger and say, screw you, Chez, I can do it, but not without the help of a rather large deflection. Pierre-Emerick, if you see from, I think I left in all 3 replays here, it takes a huge deflection off Vidic's backside, perhaps, or the top of his thigh, maybe off a knee, but right into the top corner. De Gea, absolutely no chance. Huge deflection, as you can see there. Goalkeeper doesn't stand any chance whatsoever with that. It's just really unfortunate for them, but we will take it because we're going to come again. It's 2-0. Derm into Sahin. Out wide to Kevin Grosskreutz. We kept the ball really well during different spells in this game, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, he's already told me to go screw myself once, and he's going to get the chance to do it again. On the hour mark, he scores 2 goals in 6 minutes, and that makes the lead 3-0, and we are in a dominating position for the remaining 25 minutes or so, although they pay a lovely lob through ball here from Michael Carrick. Rooney brings it down well, then turns inside Subotic, gets out muscled a little bit by Socrates, but it drops to Valencia, strikes it first time, hits the post, and I just about keep it out of the back of the net. Hit the defender on the shin, manages to clear it before it goes over the line, and fortunately for him, cleared it straight into the chest of Bernd Leno, and we live to fight another day. But still, it wouldn't have mattered if they had scored one, even with perhaps a little bit of momentum. I think we were in a comfortable enough position to be able to come out with all 3 points, and that leaves the Champions League table in the most ridiculous situation you could ever imagine. You'll see that at the end of the episode. But before we get there, we've got some Bundesliga action to attend to. We're starting away from home against Mainz. Not the strongest of sides, and I'll be hoping that, or I was hoping that we could get all 3 points from this one. As you can see, we currently still sit top of the table, although Schalke still do have that game in hand. Loads of teams that just aren't on the same amount of games at the minute. We're on 13, there are a few on 12, there are a few on 14. We still need things to settle out to really, to find out where exactly we stand, all told, in the league so far. But not the best of shots from Sami Khedira there. Unfortunately, he gives away a free kick, challenging for the ball on the rebound. And we aren't quite able to start the game in the same manner that we did against Man United, but we're going to come again. Mainz offered absolutely no opposition whatsoever in this game. It was just wave after wave after wave of yellow attack, and Ramos just about gets there ahead of the goalkeeper there to give us a 1-0 lead in the 28th minute. And that was the start of a very, very good game for Adrian Ramos. It's 1-0 after 20 odd minutes, and we're actually going to have another chance through a similar sort of ball, actually. A lot of through ball from Fabio Coentrao. Finds Ilkay Gundogan this time. Brings it down well. Good shot with his left foot, but not really accurate enough to find the top corner. And it's a comfortable save for the goalkeeper. He doesn't seem to like to catch the ball, this goalkeeper, and he just bats things away in the most ridiculous fashion and the most ridiculous technique I think I've seen for a while from a goalkeeper. He wasn't the best, but Mainz weren't the best as a team as a whole. Piszczek, another lob through ball. Ramos on the end of it. First touch is good, and again just beats the goalkeeper to it to think it over him. 3 minutes before half time, Adrian Ramos has a brace, and we are most definitely on the front foot, and we're coming forward again later on in the second half. 15 minutes to go. The game is getting away from Mainz here. Ramos turns inside beautifully, and there is no better way to grab yourself a hat-trick than a shot like that. Drilled with the outside of his right foot from outside the box all the way across the goalkeeper and inside the post. It's 3-0 to us and to Ramos, and we are most definitely looking convincing in this one. And actually, Mainz didn't manage a single shot all game, so you can probably tell where this result is finally going to end up, where we have 5 minutes to go and a penalty to boot. Handball from the defender, goes up. Not really too sure why he's jumping with his hand up there, so it's his fault, and the goalkeeper is going to have to try his best. But despite choosing the right way to dive, Marco Reus finds it all the way into the bottom corner. I'm not really too sure how I did that celebration, but then Gundogan decided to do the Daniel Sturridge while standing inside Marco Reus, which was a little bit concerning and a little bit weird. But anyway, Ramos scores a hat-trick. Reus smashes a pen into the back of the net, and we win 4-0. A comfortable win, and we have big games coming up by Leverkusen, obviously one of the best sides in the Bundesliga, slightly underperforming so far, but I had another decision to make. Yesterday we had to decide which team or which game do we put the strongest side out for, and which game do we put a weaker rotation side out for, Bayern Munich or Man United. We went for the stronger side against Bayern Munich and the weaker side against United, and it worked, but I really need 3 points against Napoli, so I'm going to use a weaker side against Bayer Leverkusen. Hopefully they'll be able to put in the same sort of performance they did against Man United earlier on in the episode, and it won't be too much of a problem, and we can travel to Naples tomorrow in tomorrow's episode, and really put in a good performance, because we need it so bad. You'll be able to. Again, I keep referencing to the Champions League group table, but you'll see at the end of the episode. But let's carry on with Bundesliga action, and of course, Bayer Leverkusen at home, one of the better sides. But Volland has not done that for me all year long. I've been particularly disappointed with him, Kevin Volland. But if he's going to start doing that on a more regular basis, I really don't mind. A fantastic strike. Hits it really, really flush. You can see there's barely any movement in the ball whatsoever. No spin or rotation on it. Just hits it so true. Flies into the top corner, and we take a 1-0 lead. But good save by Bernd Leno. Unfortunately, completely wipes out the defender in the process, which means I'm not able to get across to block the second shot. And I think it's Heung-min Son actually that puts the ball into the back of the net. Yeah, indeed it is. And it's 1-1 after half an hour. Good save from Bernd Leno from the initial header, but just completely takes the defender out and can't get himself back up to save the rebound, and we stay on level terms. But pushing further in, they're actually going to make a couple of defensive mistakes in this game. Raheem Sterling nicks it off the man there and smashes it tops to make it 2-1 just 5 minutes after they'd equalised. So we again asserted our position in the tie by maintaining our one-goal advantage pretty much as soon after they brought themselves level. And then in fact 5 minutes after that, we're actually going to get another one. It's going to be another defensive mistake here. He miscontrols that one, and it drops straight to Kevin Grosskreutz, who smashes it tops with his left foot, and that's 3-1 5 minutes before half time. And you'll notice we're still not at half time, and we're going to get another chance here. Eventually it's actually going to be another defensive mistake if memory serves. Kevin Volland's going to try and break free here, has the shot, and it's actually a really, really poor attempt at a save by the goalkeeper. 2/3 defensive errors there. I mean, it did bend away from him, but you would really expect him to be getting across to that. He can see the ball all the way towards him, and he should be saving it. There's no real excuses for that, but perhaps they haven't really found a replacement for Bernd Leno, because of course we signed him and he was their number one goalkeeper, but Leno could do nothing about that strike. Such a strong similar connection actually to the shot from Volland earlier on. A really, really true, clean strike, and that makes it 4-2 just a couple of minutes into the second half. And I was concerned that they were going to come back here, but fortunately for us, they weren't able to mount any sort of comeback. And 3 goals in the space of 10 first half minutes at the end of the first period, and we're able to ensure we get all 3 points from that. But here is that Champions League group. It's ridiculous, isn't it? 5 games played, every team has 7 points. Somehow, after losing our first 2, we sit top of the group. We need just a point against Napoli to ensure that we go through to the next round of the Champions League. But We need that first team to still put in a performance, because we lost to Napoli last time we played them. Pepe Reina was particularly impressive against us, and we're going to need to put in another top quality performance to ensure that we progress to the knockout stages of the European competition. But that will come tomorrow, and of course that will be in your normal slot. If you don't know what and when I upload, there is a schedule in the description and also on the About tab of the channel page. As you can see, we still sit top of the table, but Schalke still have that game in hand, and they're still winning games, so they will go 2 points clear of us should they win that. But the two of us do appear to be racing away from the rest. Wolfsburg and FC Bayern München are sat quite a way behind. Eintracht Frankfurt and Hamburger, in fact, are sat in the other European spots, and Bayer Leverkusen, who has just beaten, are sat languishing down in 8th. But still, all to play for in all competitions, and we'll come back tomorrow and hopefully progress in Europe. But that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please do feel free to leave the video a like if you could be so kind. If you enjoy the series, then a thumbs up is always very much appreciated. And if you missed the previous episode, there is, of course, as you can see, a link as an annotation on screen. Or if you're watching on mobile or tablet or anything, and feel free to check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. There will be a My Player episode tonight, so check your sub boxes for that. Subscribe if you haven't, so that you don't miss out on it. There is a link on screen and in the description to subscribe. You'll also find links in the description to my Twitter and my Instagram as well, and of course the Footcoin King as well. Also, if you need any Ultimate Team coins, then be sure to use my code SHARES at checkout so that you get your 5% discount. But that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you tonight with My Player, and I'll see you next time.